He cheated, so I cheated. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to look at the issues in relationship, whether it's justifiable to cheat when he or she cheats. I know it's easy said, no, it's not justifiable, but sometimes one can really feel like, you know what, this person's taking me for granted. You know what, I can do what I want to do this time around to let the person know how I am feeling. How many of you have been there before? How many have felt like this? And I completely understand and know this feeling. You know, in relationships, especially when you've been in a relationship for a while and you're no longer in the honeymoon phase, in the lovey-dovey phase, and you're just saying, you know what, I am so tired of this person, you know, taking me for granted. Or why is this person not doing things the way I want things to go? For example, my personal relationship with my husband, sometimes he wants me to do things his way, or I want him to do things my way, and we're both stubborn people sometimes, and it's like you can easily crash. And where it gets dangerous is where you decide to punish your partner because of something they have not done the way you want it to be done, or you feel that you need to punish them in order for them to learn how to do things the way you do. Whenever you decide you want to punish your spouse in order for them to learn a lesson, remember you are not the possessor of that person. That person is your husband or wife, boyfriend or girlfriend, but you do not own that person. Remember that marriage is a privilege, okay? You are privileged to be that person's spouse. Even though you may feel like this person's privileged to be with me, it is also vice versa the same way, because if you don't want him or her, someone else would want him or her. So remember, your marriage to that person is a privilege. The approach I would advise to take is to take your time and invest in that person. Teach the person how you want things to go in a loving way. You know, if sitting down and talking doesn't work, try going out somewhere to eat and speak, or try and speak when you're cuddling in bed. Find the different ways that you can, you know, get into your partner's head without them even noticing that you have. Because one thing I find with men, as soon as you say, okay, let's talk about this, they already shut down by you saying, let's talk about this. It registers something in them that says, nagging coming, longness coming, I don't want to hear, you know. But if, let's say, you were watching football together, you purposely decide to go sit down and watch football with them, and you'd be, you know, the goal is coming, saying, yeah, goal, great, halftime has come, and you're just laughing, talking about the football. You say, you know, and by the way, you know, I'm the car and so, or by the way, this and this issue, without even him realizing you have brought up the topic and you guys are engaged in the conversation, and then you swerve it back into football. But what you don't know is that you have planted that seed into his mind. With women also, men, I find women also like being spoken to in love and kindness too, because women naturally love to talk anyway. You know, having a nice setting, speaking to us calmly, making us understand your point of view helps a lot. Another point to remember is, if you decide to punish your partner, the consequences of those will be that your partner will feel that you no longer love them. Because most of the time your partner does not know why they're being punished. You think they know, but they actually don't know. When I speak to many couples, you know, when they bring up this topic to me, you know, I have from experience found out that most of the time the person doesn't even know what that core issue is, because the partner has not informed them thereof. And rather than just feeling like they're being punished, you know, you don't give them sex anymore, you don't take them out anymore, you stop talking to them, giving them a silent treatment, you know, at the end of the day, you are not gonna get what you wanted, which is them turning around and doing what you want them to do. Why? Because they don't even know what it is. Second of all, they're going to feel like you don't love them anymore. You don't love them anymore. I'm going to find love wherever I can find it. And that's when it becomes dangerous. That's where affairs come in. That's where distance comes into the relationship and third parties get involved, you know. So rather than taking that approach, once again, try and speak to your partner, because the consequences are always negative. Apart from the, you know, the partner shutting down and feeling lonely, losing their self-esteem and trying to find that love somewhere else because they're not getting it from you anymore, the opposite could be is that your partner could retaliate. Your partner could retaliate and say, you're punishing me, I'm going to punish you for punishing me. I'm not going to talk to you either. And you're just going to have a hostile home. If you have children in that home, it's going to have a negative impact on the children, and that's the last thing you want. So once again, remember why you guys are together. Remember why you guys fell in love in the first place and decided to have this union. Remember it and come back to it. If you are listening to this video and you are the partner who is receiving the punishment, who is receiving the coldness, and you're currently asking yourself, how am I going to get back to the loving part of our relationship? Number one is communication. Communicate to your partner that what they're doing is driving you away from them. It's making you, it's making you no longer love them anymore because they're not being the person that you knew them to be. I know saying communication is the key and just speak to your partner sounds so easy when in practicality it's not, because you would have probably already have tried to speak to your partner and they're not listening to you and you're not getting anywhere. But I would stress that you have to continue speaking, keep talking at it, keep at it, keep at it, keep at it. Because you know what, if the day comes that you decide to leave, they will have no case because you have brought your case over and over and over again. That they cannot even deny that you did. And be honest to them and tell them, and you've told them how you feel, how it's making you feel, what it is making you think, and that you feel that you can no longer be in this relationship if this continues, and they still did not take you serious. I mean, then they have no case. You would have to then decide whether you want to stay in this relationship or not. And so keep communicating. If they love you, so keep speaking to them. If they love you as they say they do, they will come around, because I cannot imagine that the person I love telling me I'm leaving, I can no longer do this because the way you were treating me is making me upset. I will listen, and should be no such thing as pride or bullying in a relationship, because that makes the relationship toxic. Number 2, prayer is the key. If you're a believer, pray to God. Your marriage is a covenant between you, your spouse, and God. God is in your marriage, so God can impact your marriage. So you ask God to fix your marriage. You do your work in the flesh and also do your work in a spiritual realm, because at the end of the day, once they are your spouse, they are united with you. Your souls are intertwined, okay? So no longer the persons of their own, no longer are you of your own. So you have spiritual authority over them as well. So you pray over them, you ask God to touch their heart, and they will change. Why? Because our God answers prayer. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. Do check out my website, msamankwah.com, where I write all these articles of the topics that I make. If you can't watch this video, you can go back and read it. You can share it to someone, or you can share this video with someone. And also you can send your request. If you want me to make a topic, go to msamankwah.com. I will put the link below, and then you just request, put your name, put the topic, and you say, Ruth, can you please speak on this? Maybe if you want me to go deep, you tell me a bit more about your background, and then I can make a video for you. or for someone if you have someone in mind. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I shall see you all in my next. Bye.